Anyway, what I was gonna say is, it's a seasoned asshole.
Why is it
spicy
seasoned?
asshole?
Because
it's seen the world, like it's been around.
Ah, yes. It
That's
has.
all.
It's seen my butthole. Like I sit on it every day, butthole to
Right.
butthole.
Exactly. It's world weary.
Can I
So
get
your
a better?
wife got it?
Yeah. Can I get a better look at the asshole pillow? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
It's an
totally
asshole.
right.
Yeah, that's the energy for the show this year.
That's the 2024 energy right there. The butthole pillow. Just a beautiful, pink, supple, succulent little pillow. Just incredible.
I'm
It's
always-
very inviting, that pillow.
I'm always sitting on this pillow every day. It's in my gaming chair. I sit on top of it, and then
it's my gaming asshole pillow.
I don't have it in this chair, but I was wearing pink, and I was like, "Oh, this will go great with my pink shirt." And then I'm like, "Of course, it's the butthole pillow. It has to be on the show." So.
Yeah,
Phil,
absolutely.
Phil, be honest. You ever fuck that pillow?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Well,
okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have no reason to lie. I don't.
I wouldn't lie either.
It doesn't really have a lot of... There's not actually a fuckable element to this pillow. I mean,
that's because you're not trying. That's okay.
You're right.
That's right. We can change the subject. Don't even worry about the fucking.
The beautiful fuckable pillow.
Yeah. Well, just so everyone knows, I got a Paloma, but it is a non-alcoholic Paloma. So.
Oh, did you get like non-alcoholic alcohol?
Yeah,
or is it like a fake?
Lee found some, pre-mixed mocktails, and that one has been my go-to.
Yeah.
I can't drink, man. Some of the sugar-free sodas, like I tried to have an orange soda earlier, sugar-free, and I couldn't get halfway through the can. I was like, ugh.
Was it like a
You know what
brand
I'll
thing?
tell you?
Or?
I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not used to drinking soda that much,
I will tell you, I had a diet wild cherry Pepsi for the first time the other day, and that shit was so fucking good.
Okay,
I was so impressed. Like I was like, this is just gonna taste like medicine, but I have money. I can try things. And I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
Willow's balling out with the different flavored sodas.
That one's a really good diet one though. That I have to say, I agree. And I don't usually like cherry Coke that much, but like that one just goes real hard.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely does.
Well, speaking of different flavors and going hard, I wanted to bring this up. I had to get it in fast. Nothing? Okay.
I was just like,
I'm thinking about that pillow.
I was flabbergasted to discover that General Mills has rolled out a whole alternate line of their cereals called Loaded, which just means for some reason they've put cum inside of all the cereals.
Right, and not just Frosted Mini Wheats, which my girlfriend and I were talking about the other day. They are just covered with sugary cum.
They are very like specifically cum looking, like the way they do the
Loaded. I mean, come on, how did they get? You just drop the fat load in the cereals, like you just
Well, now you don't have to do it yourself.
Who asked for this? Who said, "Oh, I'm eating my cereal. I wish it would just bust in my mouth right now." Like, how do I get that?
Are they inverted like the packaging like that, the colors, or is that done?
It's in. Look on the show notes.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Is that intentional though? Like they like took the like they inverted the colors on it. Oh, okay.
Phil, you were in with the marketing team over at General Mills.
I think it sounds nice. Personally,
I would eat the shit out of those.
Yeah, it's got a creamy center.
Oh, it's especially the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Cereal. Yeah.
The long tongue coming from the Cinnamon Toast Crunch piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna suck that cereal.
I'm gonna siphon it right out.
It craves the loads.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would enjoy it, but I mean, it's just
It
so.
tastes great.
I'm
Yeah,
just so
Phil.
mad they get away with this. How did they? Whose idea was this, and how did you get away with this?
Not all
Yeah,
cream is cum.
It was
I
definitely
know,
weird
Ashley.
Steve's idea,
Maybe to
though,
you.
because yeah, it's true. And
Well, I
not all
felt bad
cum-
because I literally typed the line, cum and suicide jokes are dead due to Ashley's PSA that she posted,
I just,
and then the next line was cum-filled cereal, and I'm sorry, I don't know,
it's a changing of the guard. Okay, we're getting our last cum jokes in tonight.
this is the stroke of midnight. They're over. I'm no longer tolerating
stroke.
And when she says the stroke,
stroke, yeah.
What inspired this, Ashley? What was the straw on the camel's back?
There's a poster who's like always talking about how miserable they are and like how suicidal and like traumatized they are, and like trauma made me funny, and it's just like, these aren't jokes, man. Like, this is like, people, you're just trying to get attention because you're sad, and it makes people uncomfortable. And it's like, have you ever had that where you're in a conversation with somebody and they make like, they're just like, well, I'm just gonna jump off the bridge or whatever, and that's supposed to be like funny or something, the way that they deliver it, and then everybody just feels weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's sometimes it's like it because there are definitely like lots of people like that. I don't. I feel like it's disproportionate with millennials as like a personality trait where it's like, I want to die. The trauma that I have is so bad, which like, hey, look, I know people have plenty of trauma, but the whole thing where it's like, and that's why I'm funny. And I'm just like,
no, but you're not, though.
Man, you don't get to say why you're funny.
I have some bad news for you.
You're not, though.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've definitely been like the type of person who tries to make a dark joke or like tries to make some kind of horrendous thing funny, and it doesn't land, and it's like, okay, well, you know what?
I'm different.
But I can tell, I'm not like Matt, whose jokes always land, especially when they're about cum.
Exactly.
I mean, I gotta say, like, I agree with you wholeheartedly in principle, but when I am just fiending for, a post that does numbers, it's always got to be cum. I don't want to even do it. I don't want to make cum jokes anymore.
People love it, man.
They demand the cum jokes. The people want the cum jokes.
Crave
I don't want to make them anymore. They come to me. They're pining. They're
dance
just like,
for me, monkey, dance.
Please call something cum. Can you just call it cum? Find something that's white and call it cum, and we'll give you 20,000 reactions. And I'm like, okay, I guess I will. I come up with clever jokes, they bomb. I come up with cum jokes, which is not a joke, they do great.
Outside of the, I must say, outside of the meta sphere, I think we have generally moved on to piss.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Yeah,
piss,
a blue
shit,
sky
and cum. It's just a triangle, and you just go.
Yeah,
we're in piss.
It's like the baggy jeans to skinny jeans, and it just rotates.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in on the
piss. You
piss
piss
well,
in the skinny jeans, and you
shit in them. You fill them to the brim, and then you take them off, and you
shit in the jinkos. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to P 2.0. That group is the new version of the original group P, which got shut down because too many people were taking it as a literal like piss fetish.
Now we only have that one person who occasionally DMs people. I can't remember what the message is. It's the same message.
I mean, if you ever think starting a group on Facebook called P is a good idea, let me tell you, it's not a buddy.
It's a bad idea to do that.
It's not it's a bad idea. It's very bad. You and your friends making lighthearted, mostly wholesome jokes about P will be soon greeted by the hordes of piss fetishists that are out there, and they will want to know.
Not the cool kind of piss fetishists either.
Not the fun ones.
They're really dorky.
Yeah, the ones that like piss themselves in Walmart and they just take pictures of it and they're just like, here you go, look at this, look at what I did. You're like, that's
the
not
angles
funny.
and the lighting.
That's not
all
good.
wrong. It's not hard. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
funny.
Fix yourself somewhere else, bro. That is fucked up.
It's putting a marker on yourself to join that group that you are probably going to get DMs you don't want, like, hey, I saw you're into the P group, and it's like, yeah, it's a different kind of P.
It's
group.
ironic. Thank you.
It is. It's only semi-ironic.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to get out of horse cock.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
We've all been there. We've all been there, sister.
That
we all do it
too much.
I gotta get off the horse cock.
I can't.
I can't. Joined horse
I can't.
Cock. Too much.
Anybody?
I can't wait to be a prize racehorse. buddy, we're going into a guy wearing Skechers.
We all gotta leave this Skechers push-up group. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Well, I posed the question in the group and no one answered me, so I don't know what that meant. I was just like, "Hey, how many of you wear shape-ups?" I think so. I really do.
I'm not even in that group, and I'm so mad that it exists because somebody will just share to the feed a literal just horse cock, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What the hell? Why?
No.
You look at the comments. There's a bunch of people going, "God, the things that I would do," and it's just like, what? What do you?
No, this is why I definitely don't look at the comments. Like,
I'm fascinated by it. I think it's hilarious.
Poisonous.
Yeah. Big horse cocks and horse cock.
Oh man, what are we gonna do?
It really is just like it's so weird is like how many pictures of there are with just like a person holding the horse's cock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? Don't touch the horse cock. What are you doing? That's just leave it alone. If you're buying a horse and it gets a huge hard on, just pretend it's not doing that. That's what I do on the train.
Well, speaking for the horse, I think the horses disagree. Okay, they like it. They don't mind at all. Please handle it. It's fine.
All right. Well, Phil, you've heard it here first, folks. Phil endorses horse cock touching.
Touch the horse cock.
No, I said I was speaking for the horse. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
It's an endorsement. It's an endorsement.
Horse.
Whatever you want to call it.
And in horse meat. It's sweet meat.
Now that's Biran.
That's Biran right there.
I had that stuck in my head all day. I kept repeating for no reason. That's Biran. I'm like, fuck.
It's Biran.
Somebody
shared.
One of the homies shared. There's apparently the home of Fidel Castro in Cuba is called Biran, and somebody yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
And they shared it to my profile, and I had to delete it because
it's rude. You're fucking the vibes up, man.
Well, you shared it to the wrong profile is the problem. I'm still trying to keep some.
Yeah.
This profile doesn't do Biran. It's this one over here. So try
This profile is disgusted by the antics of this one.
This one is very confused by why you would share Biran on my profile.
He just simply doesn't get it.
I just gotta give so much credit to Will Price because It's Biran was just like a random artifact in one of the sweet meat and it ain't teriyaki memes that he like latched onto. So I was like, yeah, let's go with it. Let's see.
It's Biran.
Of course it is. What else would it be?
That was like the first thing I thought of this morning because I was like reading this current event stuff and it was like, oh, U.S. bombs Yemen for the third time this week. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it'd be funny if they invaded Bahrain next. And I'm like, fuck, I couldn't stop thinking of Bahrain all damn day.
I love that when I have a thought that makes me angry at myself.
Yeah.
And just randomly throughout the whole day, it's Bahrain in my head. I'm like, fuck, stop. Couldn't do it.
That's all here for when the U.S. Rushes into Bahrain.
That's World War III right there.
That's where all our attention are going straight to Bahrain.
Now that was Barack. They had
Barack.
in Barack. Yeah.
Bahrain Obama. Sorry, I'm just free associating now.
Well, speaking of AI generated artifacts, this is a fun trend that's developing. It says this article, it says it's on Amazon, but I've actually seen it. You can just Google this phrase, I cannot fulfill this request. It goes against OpenAI use policy. Because people are just using ChatGPT without any oversight to create product listings, and just obviously it's gone wrong, and no one stops it from going to the shop listing. And I'm just like, what? What? I really want to know if any of these things have sold. Like, if anyone has been like, well, that's obviously a mistake, but these are the patio chairs that I want in the color that I need.
They look to be of great quality.
Yes, and they're free shipping on Prime.
I like this company called I cannot fulfill this request. It goes against OpenAI use policy. It's great stuff.
Yeah. At least it's words. It's not like some sort of weird, Kalugal or loy.
Well, I mean, didn't they used to do that like on Wayfair and stuff like that? Was it just the same kind of bulk listing of products with nonsense names? And I feel like this was done in the past, but now we just have even better automation tools, which is like, of course this is going to happen. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, like most of the like you can tell a lot of the reviews were already that, like they're just like these template shits that people are that like they're automating to like make their shit look good, their product look like heavily reviewed. But now it's just like it's much more convincing now, because I think you can really hone in on how you want OpenAI to like respond or sound.
I want to see the reviews that are like 5 stars. I cannot fulfill this request. It goes like OpenAI use policy. It's a great product.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely.
In fact, a related article I put in the show notes was for the there was research by a German firm that confirmed that search results across the board, not just Google, are getting worse and worse and worse.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like anecdotal, like everybody knows, but it's interesting that they like quantified it, and they're like, yeah, it's actually just zero worse, and it's not just like, because like people's response would be like, oh yeah, well you just scroll past like the first 5 results and then you can look, and then that's like you'll find what you want. It's like that, yeah, that works for some things for sure, but like generally speaking, the quality of even the like further down ones is worse.
Yeah, because it's flooded with these results. But what's funny is that Google does this thing now, right, where it tries to answer your question by highlighting a segment of an article without actually sending you to the article. It has the question,
which has never worked and never gotten better.
Right. Well, a lot of these answers are from results that have been indexed of ChatGPT stuff. Like I saw one the other day where somebody was searching for tonsil inflammation or something inflammation, and it gives a description of penile inflammation in the answer from Google. When you open it up, it says penile inflammation can occur and you're like, what? No, that was not what I was searching.
Oh, tell me more though. Go on.
It's Buran.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's impossible to find the population of Buran nowadays. What the
hell? Yeah, because all the answers that come up are just about sweet meat. Disgusting.
More Succ.
Disrespectful. Yeah.
But the thing was, it wasn't even just like the like ad and also the AI generated or like automated content, which is like obviously contributing to it too. It was also the how long and how ubiquitous SEO optimization has been, or I guess SEO has been. So it's which is like apparently it's so bad that it's like they have the search engines have to like constantly combat it because it just can't. They have to change their algorithm all the time because they're getting better and better at like SEO. Just optimizing the absolute shit out of every single page.
Just super useless information.
Yeah, so it just makes everything useless. Yeah, because you're just like getting and like everyone's funneling your information on or your attention to whatever the hell it is that they're wanting you to look at.
I do think we talked about this. Like they use SEO to like, okay, so there was an example of a clinic in New Jersey or somewhere in the New England area that they just posted just endless amounts of articles generated from AI it was like Derek Jeter, herpes disease or something was in these articles. I definitely talked about it on AI Roundup, but I don't remember if we talked about it on the show. But There was just misinformation for the point of SEO. You know, they just flooded their site with as much stuff, so they were the first thing to come up on Google search.
Using the keywords. Just really.
Well, that's like those posts on Facebook of like the people with like people with like arm missing. A lot of them are mostly they're all AI generated. Like they all have the craziest hashtags and like just like weird, like not like crazy in that they're just like weird SEO shit. Like
hashtag Kim Kardashian.
So that it'll just pop up as exactly, like Kim Kardashian or whatever, like Jim Carrey and just random fucking celebrities. It's like the fucking what's her name, the goddess or whatever her name is, the Queen God.
Oh yeah, we watched that. Yeah, we watched
Mother God.
Mother God, thank you so much. The Mother God and her like plethora of like celebrities that she talked to in her mind. It's like that, but for SEO. Robin Williams.
Yeah, I haven't checked those posts to see if Robin Williams or John Lennon are in there.
Actually, this is kind of like this is what kind of you do, right? Is to engineer people. Like, how is this affecting your work? Do y'all use a lot of AI at this point, or do you have to combat it?
We do use a lot of AI, and we pay attention to keywords, and we do everything the right way. We don't do like black hat SEO or anything like that, and that's what bumps me out, because it sounds like I should be doing it the other way, like to get people to sign up for fucking welding school or whatever, our client. I'm gonna pitch it.
Be more evil.
Yeah, be more. Can we please put a woman who's missing her arms and also legs?
And she just wants one wish.
She wants one wish, and it's for you to sign up. For a 180.
It's her birthday as well.
Our welding class. Yes.
Just want to wish. Just want to wish.
Just want one wish on my birthday here.
God.
Well, speaking of being evil, this really bothered me. This is not the first time this has happened, but Ubisoft director is saying that gamers will get more comfortable with, quote, not owning games. And you know, this just sucks, because I mean, like I said, this has already happened. If you were a Sony or rather a PlayStation Network person who purchased Discovery programming through the network, it was retroactively taken away from you. Like, it wasn't just that you couldn't access it anymore. People that had bought this stuff woke up to one day find that your things have been removed from your purchases, because the whatever deal between Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Sony was no longer in place. And so they're just like, yeah, we're taking your shit away that you bought. And now it's like everyone is like maliciously, that's why I said, speaking of more evil, people are just, everything has to be a subscription now. Like we were just talking about at work, this company VMware that, it used to be a product that people, you could own, and they're just completely cutting off access unless you, and I'm probably going to speak a little out of pocket on this one, but my point is just that they're also moving to the only way to access our product is a subscription. Like, it's not available for purchase.
That's been the trajectory of like business and capitalism in general, is rent seeking. That's what it is. It's you want to get the rent. Everybody wants to be a landlord in whatever realm that they are, because it's just a steady, they can control how much they're getting. Inflation, they can charge more instead of just you buying something and owning it. That sucks, because then they've made the transaction in the past. Now they can't continue to charge you indefinitely for their services. And it's crazy how effective it's been. Everything's a fucking subscription. It's nuts. Even this fucking thing we use, Zencaster, I had to end up fucking paying for.
No, there's literally nothing you can access without. I mean, I was doing research this week, and I had a story about AI I wanted to read from the Telegraph, and they cut me off, and they're like, you can subscribe, get a free trial. I'm like, okay, of course, I'll get the free trial. Big mistake to all the listeners and to you all. Don't subscribe to the Telegraph, because if you do, you can't just go in and cancel the free trial. You have to fucking call the UK. You have to call an international number and speak to somebody to cancel this program. Like, I emailed them, and they're like, we do not handle cancellations through email. And I'm like, I changed my plan. I changed my phone plan to, I don't have international service on it anymore, because I don't can call people internationally.
Exactly.
And now I'm like stuck in this situation where I can't cancel. It's a $30 a month subscription to the Telegraph.
Jesus
Insane. It's
Christ.
so insane.
And
It's
I'm
so
like, that's
insane.
more than Netflix and YouTube combined. I'm like, why would I need a Telegraph subscription for $29 a month? I'm
It's
just
the
like, this is
fucking Telegraph. That's the most insane part. It's like, who the fuck is paying for
Yeah,
this? Who is paying for
right.
this?
the people that don't have international calling plans. That's who. They get you with that
Yeah.
one free article. That's how they get you.
They loop you in. That's how they rope you in.
But I mean, on a lighter note, I was happy to see. I don't actually know if this was a coincidence or not, but in response to that story, because it made a lot of waves. Shout out to Court TV, who I think her post said something like, "Don't worry, Ubisoft, people aren't buying your games anyway." uh,
Look at
but in
Ubisoft.
response to this story, the lead of Baldur's Gate 3 says subscriptions make it, quote, harder to get good content. Now, unfortunately, I didn't read this article, but it was an optimistic thing for me to read because Baldur's Gate had such a moment last year. Such a huge game. People just, I mean, loved it. And if someone at a company like that is saying this kind of thing, it gives me hope that good content creators, not fucking people on social media, but like, people that are developing games and movies and things like that, maybe there's some holdouts out there. I don't know.
I think so. I did read the article, and it was kind of the I don't know, the lead. I think it was one of the lead producers or something like that. His point was that there's no room for what he called like inspiration and like dreaming and like and therefore failing, because like when you're making this creative collaborative project like a video game or a movie or something like that, sometimes it's like you have to like try to do this thing that seems really difficult and then fail at it, and that loses you money. And if you're a corporation that's rent seeking and charging people over time and trying to milk maximize profit over time, it's always going to be things like gambling your money on loot boxes or paying for cosmetics, because the amount of effort you have to put into making horse armor is going to be significantly less, and you're going to be able to charge $20 for the horse armor incrementally than you are going to build an entire beautiful new game like something like Baldur's Gate 3 and just have people shell out $60 for it one time, and then you have to now support it with servers or and updates and stuff like that. And I don't know, I felt for me, I reading it was like, yes, it was hopeful and was like nice, but I just feel like
not true.
No, I mean, like maybe it is true, but I think there will be people that are like, but it's gonna be like mostly really rich people that are just like, yeah, I want you to make I just put a ragtag group of people that are big dreamers and they're gonna do it because I can afford to do that. But I don't think that there's like a place like the most AAA studios that go to like where they're like people are buying shares of their company are going to go to maximizing profit, because that's just built into the system. That's how you lose if you don't do that, right? That's how, and you can, and if you're like a company, you can't lose. You lose your job. You get fired.
The whole entire like game industry has like changed so much like from year to year, where it's like first of all, it takes them so long to build a game, like 5 to 6 years, but then it's like, well, now we got to make does this game work for the next generation system? Like by the time it's coming out, like, and then I guess at a point they were like everyone was focusing on making live service games like Fortnite and stuff like that. Like Sony was supposed to do a whole bunch of them, and then they like kind of started going back on that because they realized how like none of those games are successful. Like even like the new Suicide Squad game coming out is like kind of like that. I think they're really regretting doing that now because they wasted so much money, and like everyone just doesn't seem interested on it in that game. But yeah,
Right.
so I don't know, man. Yeah, it makes sense that you have to maximize profits and stuff, but like you said, I guess maybe we'll take like a rich guy like Hideo Kojima who's just like, yeah, this is do imaginative stuff, and just based on reputation, people will buy it. But I don't know. There's not enough of people like him, I think, to do that. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that it will happen. You'll get these breakaway games because there's money to be made. I mean, it's not like Baldur's Gate made a lot of money, and rightfully so, because it was very good.
It's funny because like Hideo Kojima keeps saying he's like want to do these like weird pushing boundary type things, and I just never see it how I picture it. I guess I don't know. Like I don't know. He had some PlayStation exclusive thing I think he was going to do, or maybe he was on Xbox, but um, I really wanted to see him do something with like the PSVR 2 and use like the AR technology in it. And I was like, no one's really messing around with that stuff. It's like, can we make like a weird horror game? Can I see like a monster sitting on my couch behind me, or like, can I see like an evil doppelganger when I look in the mirror? It's just like no one's doing anything
Don't tell
interesting
the
with this
horse
stuff.
cock people about this technology.
Yeah, can I see what I look like in different pairs of Skechers?
You look in the mirror, you're wearing Skechers and a red polo shirt and no pants or underwear. There's a pony in the background like this.
You wash your face and you sit up to look in the mirror and there's a horse behind you.
Bestseller.
Well, I mean, that leads into another thing that I did want to try to talk about, because I saw somebody's post that long form content is making a comeback, which is honestly a relief to me, but I honestly don't feel like it's true. I feel like the more things that I'm forced to consume and learn about on YouTube, I mean, obviously TikTok, that all that kind of shit is dominating. Like, when I scroll Facebook, it's interrupted by reels. I mean, I can't even go like 3 or 4 posts before there's like another sliding carousel of reels,
just jingling keys in your front of your fucking face.
Well, yeah, and they play the like whatever 1 second loop, like that makes me fucking crazy. Like they know exactly what they're doing, and then I would love to see long form content be more valued, because like for me, my day job is like a rat race to like get so many things out once a week, and like when I have the time to sit with something, like I stayed up really late last night working on a 1-minute promo, and like it was my choice that I'm just gonna work after hours. I want to keep working on this thing because I want it to be good, but that's so rare that I get to do that, especially on like a long form, not 1 minute, but like an hour, and I just it really relates to what you're saying about like the studios and the people that would be willing to just shell out a bunch of money to let people just work on their thing. Like I feel so much better when I get to do something like that, and it's like such a rarity now. Like you just hold up your phone to whatever dumb shit you're doing and post it, and do that 3 times a day or 7 posts a day if you want to be fucking viral. And I'm just like, man.
I don't know if I don't know if that's true. I know that there definitely is like a market, and there definitely, I don't know if market's the right word, but like there's definitely an audience for long form video essays, because those sometimes get like crazy amounts of views, and they're not the usual 10 to maximum 20-minute YouTube video. Between 7 and 20 minutes. These are like multi-hour things, and I'll watch them sometimes or listen to them, especially when I'm just hanging out or I'm working and I just want something in the background. So I mean, I don't know. I guess that does exist when it like. I mean, that definitely works for video. I definitely don't see it that much with like articles and writing. That tends to be seems to have trended shorter. And
unless
there's definitely
it's a recipe.
But then there's and then in terms of quantity, the shortest form, the little reels and shit, is like dominating. I mean, that's like, but I don't know. Maybe it is making a bit of a comeback with the longer form stuff. You definitely can articulate yourself much better in that long form and be more nuanced than the little fucking 5-second videos, obviously. Much welcome from my point of view.
Yeah, we need TikTok to start making hour-long episodes of Sopranos.
They could just stretch those out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of stretching
they
out,
need to...
that butthole pillow, Phil.
Bringing it back for the sorry if you're listening and not watching.
You just missed pillow,
out.
Phil. Stretch that butthole pillow, Phil. Stretch that butthole pillow, Phil.
But we're not going to be actually stretching this episode out any longer, because we've reached an end to another mainline episode of the Succ. And if you want to hear more, well, join us on Patreon or Spotify, where we have more episodes every week for the premium feed.
We call it Succ Loaded.
They're fully
Call it
loaded.
Succ loaded.
Succ loaded. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Loaded.
That's thank you. We have a bonus episode name.
Yeah, we have a bonus episode that's full of cum.
It's full of icing.
It's full of gum, folks.
Full of vanilla icing and cum. All right, join the Suck Shame posting as well as our Discord if you want to talk about any of these stories or suggest other ones we can talk about. That's it for tonight, everyone.
Later.
Goodbye.